Hey, Edible Lab here. Just another video. Recently, well, just today, some plants I bought from Daley's have arrived. I got them as a sort of New Year's gift to myself. Kind of forgot half the things that are in here. I know there's Kwai Muk, which is this one here, a few other things. So just gonna open this up and then sort of do a bit of a unboxing video showing off what I got. Alright, so I've got everything unboxed now. I actually know what everything is. Sort of remembered as I went. Here I got, this is the Kwai Muk. It's a bit bigger than I thought it was going to be. It's quite tall. It's like 1.2 meters. It was a bit sort of bent over to fit in the box, so hopefully that sort of fixes itself. But yeah, it's quite tall, so I'm not really sure how I'm going to deal with that. I might try and plant it a little deeper in a pot, so it doesn't get as sort of thrown around by the wind. Got a Wampee. This is the Yeem Pay. I sort of looked into it. Apparently Yeem Pay is meant to taste a little better than the other one that they sell, the Guy Sam. So I'm excited for that. Also, like, I guess I know this is not going to have any problems during winter. Then just behind, got a Lacucha, so another Artocarpus, just like the Kwai Muk. This won't mind the winters either. So these are both seedlings though. Then I've got a rose apple seedling. Looks really healthy, looks really nice. I like the foliage on it, and definitely really am a fan of the Myrtaceae, myrtle family plants, because they have the nice flowers, and yeah, I like their growth habit, and they always have nice leaves as well. Also, this one I guess is supposed to be one of the more cold tolerant of like the sort of tropical Syzygium plants. This is Syzygium jambos, I believe. Then here, probably the most tropical of all of these, this is the Poshte, or Poshte, I think it's pronounced. This is an Annona. It looks a lot like the soursop. This is called Annona scleroderma. This growth habit, well, it's just a very sort of typical of Annonas, but also I guess the color of the new growth looks just like my soursop. But this one's nice. This one is meant to be quite tropical. You can see these got these really big long leaves, and they're quite thin as well. This one looks like it ripped a little bit. But this one is definitely going to have a little bit more special treatment during winter, just to make sure that it stays alive. But I think, I mean, hopefully we'll see. I don't know if anyone's tried growing this in Sydney before, but I'll have to see if it's able to survive the winters or not. But yeah, probably a little less cold hardy than the soursop is, so it'll be interesting to see. And then the last thing I've got here is another Jaboticaba. It's a Custada. It's, again, way bigger than I thought it would be. It looks really good. So I know Jaboticabas like acidic soil, so I bought the best sort of I'm going to do for now as a sort of solution to that is I've bought azalea potting mix, which is meant to be for, you know, they're like acid loving plants, so hopefully it doesn't mind that. For my other Jaboticaba, I didn't even use that. I sort of just mixed in some peat moss in with sort of a regular potting mix, and it seems to be doing okay with that. I think just as long as the pH is a bit on the lower end, it doesn't have to be too incredibly low for it to do fine. But yeah, I'm gonna sort of pot all these up now, and then do a little update after that. Alright, so fast forward a couple days, we just had a big storm, lots of rain, lots of wind. I protected all the plants in my little greenhouse over there. I also didn't have enough pots or potting mix to be able to pot them all up, so that was the other reason why I put them in there, but that turned out really well, really lucky. So they're all doing okay. The soil was moist basically the whole time, and now that we've finally got some nice weather, I've potted them all up. So it's just a little showcase of them. This is the Poshte, or the Poshte. This is doing pretty well. I mean, it's the most tropical of everything here, so it will be, even for me, not getting too cold in winter. It's a bit of a bet, a bit of a toss-up as to whether it'll survive the winter or not. I've tried to plant them a little above grade. I just watered it a bunch, so that sort of moved the soil around a bit. I do think I'm going to mulch them at some point as well. The rose apple, the Lacucha, alright, the Costada, Jaboticaba. It's got it listed down as Plinia phitrantha. I can definitely tell it looks quite different to the red hybrid which I have. The foliage looks quite different and it looks healthy. So for a couple of these I had a bag of azalea potting mix, which is acidic, so Jaboticabas and a lot of tropical plants, but Jaboticaba in particular prefers an acidic soil. So I mixed in that azalea potting mix with some of the other sort of just regular potting mix. And we got the Wampee here as well. It's looking good. And then yeah, so just about everything but the Wampee I mixed in a bit of that. The Wampee doesn't really like super acidic soil, so I just mixed in that acidic potting mix with basically everything. Just put a little bit in. I did a bit of research, a bit more research into what the Poshte likes, and apparently it does sort of prefer, maybe prefers a bit more of an acidic soil. I'm definitely planning to keep this one in a lot of shade. I think it will burn really easily. So these massive leaves, and I think definitely early on it prefers to be in the shade. And then over here we've got the Kwai Muk, which is just really tall. I really think that maybe, well, I don't have the luxury of being able to put these into the ground. I need them in pots so I can take them with me if I have to move at some point in the future, which might be in the near future. So I'm just keeping everything in pots for now. But I think because of how big it was, it maybe really could have been best to put it in the ground. But so eventually that's the plan, but until then I guess I'm gonna have to try and grow this massive tree, which is already like 1.2 meters tall, in this pot. But should be good. Anyways, it's just a little update. Next thing for me to do is I got these achacha seeds. I bought a bunch of achachas the other day, and so I'm gonna try and grow the seeds. I already have a bunch of achacha seedlings from last year around this time. Maybe about February, I sowed a bunch of seeds, and a lot of them had quite a good germination rate. That was before what I even knew what I was doing. I put them all in potting mix instead of like a proper seed raising mix too. So I'm going to sow all these, and then hopefully in a couple months I'll have a bunch more achacha plants. But yeah, that's about everything. I just wanted to do sort of an update. This will all be in the one video, but I just wanted to do a bit of an update on after I potted everything up. So yeah, that's all for now.